some petty stupid charge. Don't pull away from me, okay? I gave you a
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. On June 21st of 2023, Captain Rebecca Butcher of the Alachua County Sheriff's Office saw what she thought was a small child on the side of the road. Her incident report claims that she believed it to be an 8 to 10-year-old girl and stopped to help. It was quickly obvious the individual was not a minor, and instead was a small-framed woman, known by most of the department and community for preying on the public easement. However, Captain Butcher had never encountered the woman and demanded that she identify herself. Well informed about her rights to refuse giving a state agent her private information absent of a crime, she refused, which prompted Captain Butcher to handcuff the woman and call for backup. They were met by an unidentified Gainesville police officer who began recording after his arrival.
I've seen her. Typically, you sit here, you sit at the curb on, was it Main Street?
Yes.
Main Street, get there, she sits, we called her all the time. Just before you were out with her, we had 2 calls pop up. Even the sergeant was calling them up going, yeah, I'll take care of this, but not responding to it. She's always here. But she was, I was told that she was an adult. I've never dealt with her. I don't. You want to tell me your name so I can just make sure you're an adult?
She's got beautiful hair. Look at her. She's beautiful. She won't identify. She wants to risk going to jail for some petty stupid charge. So.
Yeah.
Your police force knows who I am. I've given my name plenty of times. I'm just tired of being harassed. So I'm just
harassed.
I am. Because
You know who you're being harassed by? You know who you're being harassed by? All the people that drive by that call in on you. But we just kind of stop. She's coming, but she's never seen you. She doesn't work our side. She doesn't get the calls because she's always out in the counties once she was screaming. You know?
I tried to explain to her a simple name or a social security number to determine if she's not trafficked, victimized, missing, but she wants to go to jail for a petty misdemeanor charge. So is that the route you want to go? I mean,
if that's your
no, it's your fault, sweetheart. It's your fault. It is your fault. That's all I need from you. I've been very kind to you. I've been very kind to you.
Captain Butcher grants herself the accolade of being very kind to the woman, putting aside the handcuffs and the civil rights violation. As we've discussed countless times on this channel, law enforcement officers have no authority to demand your identification unless circumstances reasonably indicate that such person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime. But despite this being enshrined in our Constitution and echoed through state statutes, someone in the comment section will inevitably ask, why not just identify? Giving these strangers your personal information because they're wearing a uniform could have prevented all of this. Well, last year, I paid $11 too little to the IRS. Naturally, they sent me a bill through certified mail. Not long after that, I received another letter at my home that was sent to me 15 days prior to the day I received it. That second and infinitely more important letter was to warn me that someone had used my social security number to file their taxes. Data brokers across America are making a killing selling your information. Robocallers, spammers, and others are trying to find out anything they can about you, because the more they know about you, the easier it is to sell you what they think you want based on the information that they've bought, or worse, such as how much you have and where you keep it. These data brokers store your information, but the FTC created laws that allow you as a user to opt out. Problem is, there's so many of these companies out there, and each one has their own policy and opt-out format, and they do this on purpose to make sure it's as hard as possible for the individual user. But Aura can do that for you, because they know these data brokers and their opt-out process. And today, they're sponsoring this video. Aura's app has everything you need to protect your family from online threats, like parental controls, a VPN, antivirus, password management, and identity theft insurance, all for one price. That way you can focus on the things you want to and have peace of mind while Aura does all the hard work for you. And now that you know about Aura, you can either allow people to profit off your information and exploit your data, or you can click the link in my description and pinned comment, aura.com/lackluster, to start your 2-week free trial today. And now, back to our video, where Captain Butcher makes the assumption that to be under arrest, you must be in the back of a patrol car.
Are you in the back of the patrol car? You're not under arrest.
people, I have dealt with people. There's so many in the department who already have taken my name.
It's like trying to needle in a haystack. Several of us working.
There's two that are always in this area. It's a Mexican cop and it's always a Caucasian cop. That's always in this area.
Listen,
But that's nighttime. That's
Okay, so can you ask them?
they're at home. They don't work yet. Wouldn't it be easiest to give us your name so we can just be on our way?
That's what y'all have to do because I'm tired of being harassed.
you're not being harassed at all. You're not being harassed at all. Let's go sit in front of his car. Your camera on?
I have a body work camera.
You got, I don't get to stand right here with the title down. This is dumb. You know that, right, Heaven? You have anything on you? No. Nothing on you? No. Why don't you identify yourself? You have a
Because
problem.
I'm tired of this news. I don't have to show on under. I just have my name.
Captain Butcher now tells the woman that she is under arrest, though she is still not in the back of a patrol car, after adding an unlawful search to the unlawful seizure of her person.
Okay, this point you're under arrest, okay? GPD's here, I just need one for transport, still if he's not here. You can give me your name and date of birth, sweetheart. I already
I've
told
done
you.
that thousands
I'm
of
sorry, not
times.
to me you haven't, okay? We're not going to today. We're not playing this game. Don't pull away from me, okay? I gave you an yeah, okay, I believe you, all right? And so are you.
You
I'm already
you
no, man, you're not. You're not. Listen, you don't have to go this route, but you're choosing this, okay? You're choosing to do this. You don't have to do this. Okay, well, that's fine. You're going to go to jail, all right? Just move out, okay? Refuse to identify yourself. I'll get contacted on the side of the road. You're required to identify yourself to law enforcement officer, okay? I'm here to make sure you're not a misdemeanor, you're not a signature, you're not a child, you don't have a warrant. He doesn't know you. He told you he knows the police.
I don't know which one to tell you.
You know what? They do know you are not working right now. We don't have 5 law enforcement officers in the county and the city. All you have to do is identify yourself. I will let you go sit right back there in the grass if you want to.
Maybe give me your last name so I can just make sure.
Please.
She
You're
doesn't
doing
want,
this much harder than it is.
she doesn't want to report. We all want to get out of the way.
Jail?
So
I don't care what. With that versus. Okay, well, we can probably take you to Grace or somewhere else to get you out of the rain. Okay, are you going to give us your name or not? Please make this be on yourself. Every time you come into contact with law enforcement, we're going to ask your name and date of birth. Because we all don't know who you are. I don't know you. Okay? I understand the belief system. I understand that you are free, and I respect that. Yes, but you also need to understand the law and that you're required to identify yourself.
The available video ends there, showing that the law enforcers were the only ones who didn't understand the law, and after a lengthy detention, the woman was forced to surrender her social security number, which revealed that she was a 31-year-old woman. The Gainesville officer never interjected to protect the woman's rights, but his supervisor, Captain Young of the Gainesville Police Department, informed the sheriff's office of their captain's complete misunderstanding of the woman's constitutional rights, and with that information, an internal affairs investigation was launched. And here's where things get weird. The captain's failure to understand one of the most basic fundamental rights to be allegedly protected by the Constitution led investigators to conclude that she engaged in conduct unbecoming of an officer, recommending a 2-day suspension. But Sheriff Watson rejected the findings and voided the results, which means this woman somehow made it to captain without comprehending one of the foundational tenets of freedom and will suffer no consequences for violating the rights of this citizen. The strange part is that Captain Butcher recently sued the sheriff's office for violating the officer's Bill of Rights, and a judge ordered a compliance review hearing for previous investigation against the officer. But that investigation was also voided because of mistakes made by the investigating officer.
Alachua County Sheriff's Office captain who won a lawsuit against Sheriff Clovis Watson is again under investigation. Captain Rebecca Butcher and 2 others filed suit claiming their rights were violated during an internal investigation. They were reinstated, and early this month, Watson recognized Butcher's 30 years of service. But ASO officials now say she was suspended with pay last Thursday until another internal investigation is finished, but they won't tell us the allegations against her.
The sheriff recently announced his resignation and allegedly hasn't shown up to work since June. But as far as Captain Butcher, despite her complete lack of knowledge of the Fourth Amendment after 30 years of service and 2 recent investigations that recommended suspensions, Butcher was promoted just a couple weeks after this incident and put in charge of the agency's Patrol Operations Division. It appears a settlement was reached in favor of Captain Butcher, where the sheriff violated her rights as an officer. So with that in mind, what do you think a settlement should look like when a seasoned deputy violates the civil rights of a law-abiding American? Thanks for watching. If you have a video, use the submit link in the description or pinned comment. If you enjoyed this one, subscribe and hit the bell for future content, and check out our other channels, Lady Lackluster and The Odd Side. Remember to like.
Greetings everyone, this is Jeff with Honor Your Civil Rights Investigations. Today is Friday, August 18th, 2023. I'm here in Clay County, Florida, where Clay County just recently passed an ordinance, unconstitutional ordinance, violating free speech rights, prohibiting people from soliciting on the public right-of-ways in Clay County. So I'm out here in direct defiance of that ordinance. With my God Bless the Homeless Veterans sign, I'm going to be soliciting compassion and love for our homeless vets. And I'm also going to be soliciting prayers for our homeless vets. On this public right-of-way, this public sidewalk on US Highway 17. This is looking northbound on US Highway 17. This is looking southbound on US Highway 17. I'm going to stand out here for about 30, 45 minutes and just hope for once I can stand out here with my God Bless the Homeless Veterans sign and not have a bunch of cops show up, not have somebody call the police on me for spreading this message. Think about that. I've been arrested, 7 times now for standing on public property, standing on public sidewalks, traditional public forums with a God Bless the Homeless Veterans sign. I've been trespassed countless times. I've had cuffs put on me countless times. I've been detained. I've been harassed. I've been arrested for freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of assembly on traditional public forums like this public sidewalk. Let's just hope that today it'll go differently. We'll see. God bless the homeless vets. How you doing? Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? Good. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm good to go. I appreciate you checking on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not soliciting, are you?
It doesn't matter if I am or not.
Yes, it does.
No, sir.
Clay County, yes, it does, sir.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, we're not going to debate this point.
I am soliciting. I'm absolutely 100% soliciting. I do not deny it. I admit it, and I embrace it.
Okay.
I am soliciting. Have a nice day.
It doesn't matter. Shut up and go home.
Shut up and go home. Have a nice day. Shut your mouth and go home. Before you make a fool of yourself, go home. Look, I'm telling you, stay in your car and get going. You're making a fool of yourself. Before you make a fool of yourself and do something stupid, get back in your car and go on your way.
You don't tell me what to do.
I am. What's your name right now? What's your name and badge
You
number?
don't tell me what to do.
I didn't.
You understand me? You do not.
Get back in your car and go.
This is the county easement.
I am soliciting. I've already told you. We're not debating it. I am soliciting.
Have you seen the ordinance against?
I don't give a damn about the ordinance. I am soliciting.
Have you seen
Your
the
ordinance doesn't override the Constitution. What's your name and badge number right now? What's your name and badge number?
I'm asking you a question.
Before we say anything, what's your name and badge number? Hello? Name and badge number? Come get him, man. Come get your boy before he makes a mistake. I'm standing on a public sidewalk, engaged in Constitution protected activity. Soliciting is a Constitution protected activity. Your ordinance cannot override the Constitution. I'm putting you on notice. Sir.
Okay. Is it
Drop the attitude. Drop the attitude. And listen to what I'm telling you. Before you get yourself in trouble because you were spouting some dumb stuff. Get your boy and get him out of here. Get your boy and get him out of here, please. Before he makes a mistake and gets himself in trouble.
Did you not tell me to shut up and get out of here?
Shut up and get out of here. I just did it again. Shut your mouth. Get out of here. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Go. Get out of here. I'm soliciting. I understand. This is a public sidewalk. I am soliciting on a county easement. That's what I'm doing. I am soliciting on a county easement. I do, because hopefully the rich people will be more inclined to help because they have money. Yes. Wow. Unbelievable. Every time you come out in public in the United States of America to exercise free speech, the most basic, fundamental, and well-established right that we have, free speech, freedom of religion, on a public right-of-way, on a public sidewalk, this is what you get every time. Never fail. We don't have freedom of speech, we don't have freedom of religion, and we don't have freedom of assembly in this country. Because every time you do it, no matter how benign and how agreeable the message is, people call the cops on you, and you have some dumb cop that wants to come out here and mess with you. And yes, I am soliciting. I am soliciting goodwill and compassion for the homeless vets. This is solicitation. I'm asking for prayers. I'm asking for goodwill. Good Lord. All right, this vehicle number is 1926. This tag. See, and they're blocking the freaking roadway. No, you're not good. Don't go. Yeah, I'm Jeff. How you doing?
Okay, what's going on?
I'm out here soliciting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm staying on public sidewalk soliciting.
Okay. Are you asking for money?
I'm soliciting goodwill and compassion for the homeless vets by saying God bless the homeless vets. I'm also soliciting prayers for the homeless vets.
That's all I want to know. So I just want to check out with you, make sure.
Yep. Everything's good. I don't need any assistance. I'm just going to be out here for about 30 minutes or so, and I'll be on my way.
Just want to check on you, man.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So you're soliciting prayers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodwill for the homeless vets. So soliciting can't be illegal on the public right.
Okay, so you're soliciting prayers. Okay.
Yes, sir.
They know what you do, and it's just sad that you do it, man. I mean, we try to do good things out here, and then there's just no, I don't know why you try to get us so aggravated. It's frustrating, dude.
Okay, well, there you have it, folks. I got a little heated there. Sorry, a little bit out of character for me, but I'm just kind of getting to the point where I'm fed up with this nonsense. Every time I come out and do this, cops show up, and a lot of times they're hostile. So I'm just kind of getting to the point where it's like, just shut up, man, leave me alone. I'm engaged in constitutional protected activity. Do what you're going to do. But I think what we did today out here on this public right-of-way, this public sidewalk here in Clay County, is we proved that the new Clay County ordinance making it illegal to solicit on the public right-of-ways is illegal because it's unconstitutional because it's a content-based restriction on speech. That I can stand out here and I can solicit goodwill and compassion for the homeless vets, but if I am an actual homeless vet and I ask somebody for help, that's illegal. That's an unlawful, unconstitutional prohibition of speech based on its content. The Clay County ordinance is unlawful, and unconstitutional. God bless the homeless veterans.
Hello, sir. What's going on? I got my phone in landscape mode. I got my phone in landscape mode, and the record button's been pushing already for like 17 minutes and 36 seconds. That's what's going on.
What's up?
You just almost hit me with the door. What's your name?
I didn't almost hit
Yeah, you did. You saw me right there recording. What's your name?
Why are you?
What's your name? I know you stuck. You came to my camera. What's your name? All right. Have a nice day. Go back to work.
You're still.
Get back to work. You're silly. You're silly. You're silly. You're silly. You're silly.
Which did I do?
I don't answer questions.
I'm not touching you.
Don't touch
I'm
me.
not to go through.
Don't touch me. I didn't do nothing wrong. At all. You're not gonna intimidate me with them Terminator glasses.
Are they gonna see anything?
Is
Your
that-
ID.
Absolutely not.
Sorry, guys. Jared, thank you. Sorry, LVA. No big deal. I'm just driving. Didn't want to use up my last one in case I had something I ran into on the way home. I had to leave the office early. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't paying attention. I was watching Jeffrey Gray. Oops. Sorry about that.
Signing in. Just sign in.
Oh, no, I'm not signing in.
You're signing in.
I don't have to. Why do you guys do that here?
Huh?
Why do you guys do that here?
You can go to the office upstairs.
What's the point of signing in, though? I'm just curious.
Yeah, go to the executive office and ask them.
Okay. What's your name?
Did you sign in?
No, I'm not signing in.
I'm not giving you my name.
Well, you are a government
You
contract.
have to sign in.
Is there a policy?
Yes.
What policy is that?
You have to sign in.
I'm not going to sign in.
You just go.
Okay. Have a nice day. You're not giving me your name?
Huh?
Why not? Why won't you give me your name? You're at security?
But you have to sign in.
No, he got to sign. If he wanted, he could go ahead, but just wait. Go ahead and walk in. Just don't film in the common area.
What common area is that?
In the back and stuff.
Is it private? Is it private? Yeah, I don't go to restricted areas. I just go to public. What's your name?
That's fine.
What's your name?
Officer Flynn.
What's his name? He doesn't want to give his name. He's ashamed. He's a government contractor. I just want to know his name. What's your name? I'm not leaving until you give me your name. I need your name.
Get comfortable.
Get comfortable?
Yeah, you.
Me? Because you're not going to give me your name? That's why you don't want me to get comfortable? You're going to make me stay here all day? What's your name? You want to get comfortable too? Come on, man. Be like her. She's going to look good on my platform. Give me your name. You look good. Except for her, you're not going to give me your name. If you would have given me your name, I would have been walked away. Give me your name.
Take order from here.
Orders? No. It's not orders. It's just basically what your policy has to, you got to follow your policy.
Looks like you're giving people orders.
No, it's not.
That
want to
that
know
looks
who
like it.
I want to know who I interact
No,
with.
that's the way I feel.
You feel?
Give me
Oh, poor baby.
I'm working. I'm busy.
You're busy. I'll be back. I'm just going to go take my pictures. Hey, ma'am, don't be ashamed of your name either. I like security in the house. The best security in Florida. Or in the whole country, I should say.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. I have seen a whole lot of copium in my life, of course. I mean, it's kind of part of the daily job. But this takes the freaking cake. This video topic brings so much leftist copium, so many different ideas all together in one. It's just incredible. You know, it might not be the most viral video I make of the year. It probably won't. I don't exactly know how I'm going to do the title and thumbnail to get this topic to spread, even though I want as many people as possible to watch this one specifically. But even if it's not going to be the most popular video I ever release, but I just had to do it. I got an opinion piece from CNN Politics to show you guys. A title so ridiculous, a premise so ridiculous, it might as well be a satirical piece from the Babylon Bee. Typical leftist copium, zero accountability, and when you use their own words against them, supposedly they're victims of conservative verbal jujitsu. You guys are going to get a kick out of this one. Let's roll the tape. All right, folks, this is a real tweet. This is a real tweet from the official CNN Politics Twitter account. How conservatives use verbal jujitsu to turn liberals' languages against them. Analysis by John Blake. Let's see what genius political analyst John Blake has to say. The two frontrunners for the White House in 2024 are tied in a hypothetical rematch. Congress is paralyzed. Every big election seems to be decided by razor-thin margins. By almost any measure, the struggle for political dominance in the U.S. seems deadlocked between Republicans and Democrats. At times, the two parties resemble a pair of punch-drunk boxers, slugging away at one another in a contest that neither can end. But there is one political battleground where Republicans triumph virtually every time. And control of this arena could determine who wins the White House in 2024. Starts off pretty good, no red flags as of yet. Everything he said was quite accurate, but here's where the craziness and the copium enters the room. Republicans are masters of verbal jujitsu. You mean speaking and conveying ideas or challenging ridiculous ideas? It's a form of linguistics combat in which the practitioner takes a political phrase or concept popularized by their opponent and gradually turns it into an unusable slur, like the Japanese martial art known as jujitsu. Its devotees avoid taking opposing arguments head on and instead redirect their opponent's momentum to beat them. If this sounds abstract, consider the evolution of the word woke. The word is defined as being actively aware of social injustice, and it has been transformed into a contemporary scourge, one that a politician compared to a virus more dangerous than any pandemic, hands down. Mention almost any touchstone phrase adopted by the left in recent years: critical race theory, diversity, global warming, even the word liberal itself. It has been redefined or tarnished by conservatives. Yeah, so you heard it right there, folks. From genius John Blake. The word woke and other woke phrases have been bastardized, twisted, manipulated through conservative linguistic jujitsu. Woke just means being keenly and actively aware of social injustice. No, you know, maybe that's how it started, but conservative jujitsu tactics didn't turn it into the abomination that it has become today. You did that. You little wokies and wokesters did it to yourselves. We're simply observing the facts. Apparently, we turned the word woke toxic. Not the people advocating for abortion up to 9 months, or even after birth, not the people actively promoting racist ideology like critical race theory and DEI standards and quotas that discriminate against people based on the color of their skin, not the people who created a toxic oppression Olympic pyramid, the people who wield as a weapon and monetize their supposed or perceived victimhood, toxic authoritarian leftist characters who seek to censor and control language and promote totally inappropriate adult alternative lifestyles onto children. No, they didn't do it. Actually, it's some sort of psychological propaganda jujitsu coming from conservatives. I have never heard anything so ridiculous in my life. You notice how every idea, every argument, everything that comes from the left always fits a couple tropes. First is no accountability. This is a political side that never takes accountability for their own actions, their own descent into madness, descent into extremism. No, it's not our fault. It's not happening. It's actually just a misrepresentation. It's jujitsu from the other side. I mean, every single time we see the same pathetic tactic, this pathetic, incoherent defense from leftoids. They just cannot accept basic accountability and responsibility for their own words. And every single time they step in it, again, it's not their own doing, they're victims. They're victims of a propaganda campaign from the evil conservatives. Everything on the left, the entire leftist ideological apparatus is based on victimhood and a lack of accountability and taking no responsibility. Whether it comes to their policy proposals, their policy stances, everyone's always a victim and it's never anyone's fault. And in the political arena, when their ideas fall flat, when their ideas again descend into chaos and start to become toxic and unpopular, again, it's not their fault. They're just victims. You're not a victim. It's just your own words backfiring. That's literally all it is. There's no Japanese martial art turned into a verbal martial art, verbal jujitsu. It's literally called debate and argument, open discussion. Conservatives are simply pointing at woke ideology and going, hey, that's crazy. And supposedly that's some sort of like 3D chess move? No, you're insane. The reactions in the comment thread or the Twitter thread at least restore a little bit of faith in humanity. One Twitter user writes, "You mean logical debate?" A man by the name of Douglas Bear responds, "I'm also a master of Krav Maga." That comment 100% takes the cake. Translation: how conservatives unfairly turn people against liberal positions by explaining them clearly with words. JC73 writes, "How dare conservatives use our own words and ideas against us? Conservatives are painting us woke liberals as unhinged, radical, authoritarian lunatics." Well, I wonder where we got that idea from. Could it possibly be moments like these? You know, the typical woke reaction to ideas that wokesters disagree with? Could it possibly be the completely deranged, unhinged sort of spell that has taken over the woke left, causing them to act like absolute lunatics on a regular basis? You know, I'm not generating fake AI videos of leftists mobbing random people in the street, of leftists burning down businesses, attacking people, or suffering unhinged meltdowns because of words, launching campaigns against people because of words or political associations, or being unable to control themselves when they see a Trump sign on someone's lawn, jumping out of the car or jumping off of their bike to destroy said lawn sign or to steal it. I mean, it just happened once again. I didn't do that. It's not a false flag. I didn't orchestrate the event or perform any type of propaganda jujitsu. You did that. I'm simply pointing the finger and going, look, crazy nutcase. I mean, for Pete's sakes, we covered a story 2 months ago or 3 months ago of a state senator keying someone's car and getting arrested for it because the person looked like a Trump supporter. I can't remember if they had a Trump bumper sticker or what it was, but either way, completely crazy. I'm not the one creating a false narrative that leftists are advocating for adult performances to be promoted and performed in front of children.
Hi, guys.
That's you guys. I'm simply pointing the finger and saying, look, crazy.
I'm gonna kill this
I
one.
don't need to further justify why this article is complete.
Have a great night.
Totally insane.
I may come back on
I'm sure you
at
did.
work
And of course,
for the hell
if
of
you
it.
did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. You know that we'd love to have you.
Peace.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.